Welcome back to the On Adventure podcast. I'm Josh Self, and I will be your host. In this episode of the On Adventure podcast, I sit down with someone very close to my heart, my son, Hudson. While our past conversations on this podcast have taken us through rugged trails, remote destinations, and bold life decisions, this conversation explores a different kind of terrain. It's no less about adventure, but this time the journey is deeply personal, and the adventure itself wasn't chosen. Hudson was born with a rare genetic disorder called Prader-Willi Syndrome. This has had an impact on his life in almost every way, but his perspective goes right to the heart of the true adventurer. May is Prader-Willi Syndrome Awareness Month, and I wanted to give him an opportunity to reach our adventure audience, to spread awareness about PWS, and encourage all of us with our own challenges, whether they're chosen or not. Hudson shares his experience living with Prader-Willi Syndrome, offering a perspective that is both revealing and inspiring. He reveals the powerful ways it has shaped his life, relationships, and outlook. So join us for what was, for me, a very personal discussion about resilience, identity, and the adventures, big and small, that define all of us. So without further ado, here's Hudson Self. Okay, Hudson Self. Welcome to the On Adventure podcast.
Thank you for having me.
You're my second son to be on here. This is very exciting. And with May being Prader-Willi Syndrome Awareness Month, a year ago you had created a presentation for your school that helped people understand more about what Prader-Willi Syndrome is. And I'd love for you to share that to our community. So take it away.
Prader-Willi syndrome is a rare genetic disorder caused by a loss of functions of specific genes on chromosome 15. And newborn symptoms include weak muscle tone, poor feeding, and slow development. Beginning in childhood, those affected become constantly hungry, which often leads to obesity or type 2 diabetes. Mild to moderate intellectual impairment and behavioral problems are also typical with this disorder. Facts include Prader-Willi syndrome is recognized as the most common genetic cause of life-threatening childhood obesity. This rare genetic disorder affects approximately 1 in 15,000 people, affects all genders and races equally. There are 3 types of PWS, and those include deletion, maternal unparenting dysomy, and methylation defect. Individuals with PWS are at high risk for mental illness such as depression, bipolar disorder, and psychosis. Sleep apnea and sleep disorder is common with people with PWS. Having PWS is not the end of the world for people. Let me explain. On February 2nd, 2006, I was born. I wasn't like any other baby. I did not cry. I was sleepy and quite silent. After doctors ran some tests and researched, they diagnosed me at birth with Prader-Willi syndrome. Having PWS did not leave me with negative impacts. It gave me positive ones. I'm kind, caring, and loving to the people around me. Most importantly, my family, my mom, dad, brother, and sister all love me very much. But most of all, I love myself. I love to sing, watch sports, play with my cousins and pets. I like doing the dishes and laundry. And I love playing video games, and I'm very, very good at board games. I also have a sister with Prader-Willi syndrome named Lily. She is one out of 2 sisters I have in my family. The other one is Mimi. I love both of them very much, but Lily is a little bit special to me because she also has PWS just like me. She was born in South Korea and was adopted by my family. Having someone in my family with PWS makes me the happiest brother I could ask for. Lily loves everything to do with Nemo. She loves Nemo. She talks about Nemo a lot. We enjoy being around each other. This month is Prader-Willi Syndrome Awareness Month. If you are friends or family of people with Prader-Willi Syndrome, go make their day. Everyone should treat people with PWS in positive ways. This month, you or other peers should do good things for your friends and family with PWS so you can show them they mean something in the world. Because me and other people like Lily, we matter. And showing your kindness towards these people will show them that we matter. I came across this quote last year when I was creating this presentation that really gave me motivation, and I would like to share this quote. Despite the challenges of Prader-Willi syndrome, our loved ones radiate resilience and determination. They are worthy of their dreams. Thank you.
Well, that was very well said. And there's no question that Prader-Willi syndrome has been a huge challenge that you continue to overcome every day. Can you say a little bit more? In one of those slides, you said that people can show their PWS, but they can show their Prader-Willi friends and family that they mean something in this world. Can you say a little bit more about that?
Just a quick interruption here to say that if you're enjoying these conversations, jump over to my website, www.ridgelinewealthadvisors.com, and that's advisors with an ORS, and there you can sign up for my monthly newsletter, The Money Trail Guide. You'll find more information in line with how you can pursue your great adventure now and all the things that go into planning and funding something like that. With that, let's jump back into the conversation.
Yes, showing kindness to others and always including people like me with Prader-Willi syndrome will show them that they can be impacted with positive ways.
But what you're also saying is to include you in things that are happening in typical society, that you're no different than anybody else and you want to be treated that way.
I do.
And so what I take from that statement also is you want that for your other Prader-Willi friends as well, that people treat them as just like any other human being.
I do. I always picture myself not someone with special needs. I always picture myself a regular, normal human being. And I would like to be treated that way. And I really want other people to treat other people with Prader-Willi syndrome the same way.
What do you wish people would know about the Prader-Willi syndrome community?
That there are amazing people that make our community stronger because they have compassion towards other people, and we are really fun to be around.
You're very fun to be around. Your Prader-Willi peers are as well. And you're saying that integrating you guys into the rest of the community has a huge addition that is missing out without you being treated like an equal. Yeah. So what is the greatest hardship that you think you've had to overcome with Prader-Willi syndrome?
One of the biggest things is hunger. Hunger is a constant struggle and obstacle in my life as I try to take care of myself and make sure I don't get access to food when it's not my meal time, when I'm not supposed to eat. And
when you say it's a constant struggle, you mean that you always feel hungry? I
do. It's not like other people where they only feel hungry a few times and they could just help themselves to food. I am hungry 24/7, which is really, really hard. And when I am hungry, I try to think of ways to distract myself and get help when I am hungry.
And get to be able to wait until the appropriate next meal time. And that absolutely is one of the biggest struggles with Prader-Willi syndrome, and you have continued to work hard to overcome that every single day. What is, on the other side of that, what is one of the greatest adventures that you've been able to enjoy because of Prader-Willi syndrome in your life?
The people that I've met and friends that I've gotten to know, first off, the teachers that I've known. All throughout my life, I've known a bunch of teachers impacted me in very positive ways.
You've met some other Prader-Willi Syndrome friends that you wouldn't you wouldn't have met if you didn't have the diagnosis.
Which I'm very grateful for them.
Yeah. And doctors and therapists that you've gotten to know over the years have made a big impact on your life.
There's a lot of therapists and doctors I have met, and I'm very happy and thankful for all of them.
So let's tie this a little bit into adventure in your life too. And what is an example of an adventure or two that you've really enjoyed, and why did you enjoy that so much?
There was 2 times I've been in Europe, and one of them was going to Germany and visiting the documentation center just a little bit up a mountain close to Eagle's Nest, where I got to see a lot of historic objects.
Why did you enjoy that?
Because I am a very big history guy and love history, and I tend to go to places where where history is involved.
What's another example of that?
Went to Normandy, France for a day.
You and stand on the beaches where the D-Day invasion happened? And what did that feel like?
I could just envision what it was like that day and envision how difficult it was to sail on little boats arriving to shore and jumping out into danger and it was a tough situation, and a lot of those boys were your same age right now. So when you were able to visit and have that comparison, that many of them weren't much older than you, and they were jumping out into a dangerous situation. So it was very heavy. I mean, I agree with you. It was a very intense thing to be able to stand out there, but certainly for me, a bucket list item that I've always wanted to do, and then to be able to get to do it with you and the rest of our family was really, really special. When we were in Normandy, we also ended the Omaha Beach visit with the cemetery that is at Omaha Beach. Cemetery. Why was that important to you to be able to walk through that cemetery? It's important to learn how many great lives were lost that day. And we could see the headstones for as long as we could see. I mean, it was an unbelievable amount of grave sites. And we could, if we look to our right, we can see the ocean. Right, down to the beaches. So what is one adventure that you really want to do that you haven't been able to do yet? One adventure I really want to do that I haven't been able to do yet is go to the Great Wall of China. Oh, gosh. You want to go to the Great Wall of China? I do. That's interesting. And I'd be all for it. You know, going to China these days is a little bit different than what it used to be, but... It is. One of those things is I heard rumors when I went to public school that some of the kids said that they've been back a few years ago and said that you walk through the Great Wall of China, but at the end, I heard rumors that there was a slide you can slide down. A slide? A slide. I have not heard that before. We'll have to Google that and see if that's a real thing. I didn't believe them at first. You know, there's a marathon that's run on the Great Wall of China also? No. Yeah. There's a marathon? There is. I don't think I'll be running that one. No, I advise you to not do that. Okay. Is there anything else you wanted to add that we didn't get to? We went to Hawaii, and we went on four-wheelers through Jurassic Park and the movie sites. They filmed some of those parts. And also, another thing that ties to Jurassic Park is that we went on a plane ride over the Hawaiian Islands, and we saw a helicopter flying over the waterfalls, saw a lot of sights from the first Jurassic Park movie. Yeah, we did a
ATV tour of the ranch where they filmed a lot of it. And then we did an airplane tour around Kauai, and you were able to see like up close some of the waterfalls and the different spots that would be much harder to get to on an ATV. And I was pretty much sick that entire flight, so I didn't see much of that. But that was a cool experience for you being a Jurassic Park aficionado to be able to see those things. I think it's been fun to think about the different adventures that you and I have been able to go on also. Certainly going to some of these World War II sites. We've been everywhere from Pearl Harbor to Normandy and into Germany, seeing different sites. It's really been fun to have someone that is as interested in these historical sites as I am. But I really appreciate you coming on here and talking to the On Adventure community about what that has meant to you, the challenges that you've overcome through that, and then the ways that you still have had adventure in your life to really pursue what you enjoy doing. Well, Hudson, thanks again for coming on my podcast, and I'm proud of you. You've overcome a lot in your 19 years. You continue to do so every day. I'm super proud of you and have really enjoyed this. So thanks for coming on here.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for listening. And I sincerely mean that because I'm extremely grateful that you choose to spend this time with me. I don't take it for granted, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you want more content like this, be sure to check out material on my website at ridgelinewealthadvisors.com. That's advisors with an ORS. And sign up for my monthly newsletter, The Money Trail Guide, which you can find on the blog page. Until next time, I hope you pursue your own great adventure.